guys, this video that we're going to do now is on a car that I bought back in 2019. We was at lunch one day at work and I was looking on my phone at an auction and there was a 3-litre Capri for sale, so I thought, well, let's put a bid on it and see what happens. Well, I won it. So a couple of days after, me and Slippery jumps in the truck, goes to go and pick it up. We get there, there's people picking up all these nice beautiful cars, and then we sat there waiting and they brought this Capri round on the back of a forklift, and to be honest, we wasn't sure whether to jump in the truck and run because we had tears in our eyes with laughter, or do we take it? But we took it. So I took it back to work and it started from there. I ordered some panels in, got what I could, but I really struggled getting a front panel for this car. So it sort of got put on hold, and then eventually I managed to get one. I've lowered it, arched it. So we're back on it now. So let's get into the video. And if you like these videos we're doing, could you please subscribe to us, because it does mean a lot to us. So let's get on with the video. Okay, so I've got the Capri in the booth. We're going to put some epoxy on it to stop it going rusty, and obviously so we can get on with the body work on it then. So all the welding's been done on the outside of it, all the arches have been tubbed and the wings have been cut for the arches. So I'm going to put some epoxy on it, like I say, to stop it going rusty. So the Capri's back in the booth now, getting ready to have the spray polyester put on it. All the repairs have been done now on it, so there's quite a few on it actually that to be done. It's looking a bit straighter now. So now we're going to go and whack some polyester on it, make it look a different colour. So the Capri's all polyestered up now, so now we can put it back on its wheels, get it out and flat that off and get it ready for the next stage. I must admit it does look a bit better all in one colour. There you go. So the Capri's back in the booth now after having a polyester all blocked down. I 180'd it, 240'd it, and now I've just gone over with a 320. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a coat of wet and wet of the Noble hybrid epoxy isolator, and then give it 3 coats of the Noble epoxy iBuild. So hopefully in a minute you'll see it in a bit of a darker grey. Okay, the Capri's had a coat of wet and wet of the Noble epoxy hybrid isolator primer, and then I've applied 3 coats of the epoxy hybrid high build primer. As you can see, it's quite a nice grey, and this stuff does lay quite nice and flat, which makes it easier for when you want to flat it off for the next stage of the job. So it's quite nice to get it to this stage because you feel like you're getting somewhere with it then. So onwards and upwards to the next part. So the Capri's back in the booth. I forgot to take a video of it in bare metal underneath, so we've now put a couple of coats of the new Noble epoxy hybrid primer on it. So now we can get it back out, start doing a few little repairs underneath where it's had some welding done to it to smooth it in, and get on with the next stage. So finally the Capri's at a stage where I can get the underside, the engine bay and inside in primer. I have sort of started to feel like I've been hitting a brick wall with this because it just seems to be taking forever for me to get this far. So the inside of it, I've pulled all the sound deadening pads off, bare metaled the floors. I have already done a couple of repairs on the floor. I had to put a couple of sections in it when I was doing all the welding work on it. Tied it a bit up in the boot floor. The underside of it, I've had a few little repairs to do on the underside of it, where I've already put some sections in the floor and I wanted to smooth those in. I had a little bit of work to do up on the tubs because I've pulled the tubs right back, because when it's on the floor with the big wheels on it and it's low, I didn't want it to rub on full lock. So now finally we can get some primer on it, and I feel like I'm actually getting somewhere with it. So let's get it primed. So that's Capri all primed. So I'm really glad to get it to this stage. So now we can start flattening it, get some colour on it, and then you start to feel like you're getting somewhere with a project. Right, I think that's time to go home. What is the time? Oh look, 5 to 2. Probably missed my dinner, but there you go. Things you do for the love of cars.
Work.